Hello, everyone. Oh, welcome, everybody. And thanks to Cathy Nichols for coming on my show today. I'm so happy to have you, honestly. Yeah, I really am. I found your cards. Um, Gosh, how long has it been? Maybe 6 months ago. Maybe not. I don't know. And because I like the Etsy choices, they're different, and people find different cards and so on. So I
Yes.
started using them, and the story cards, they happen to be my favorite cards.
Oh,
And
thank you.
what's really funny is in your information that you have on Etsy and also on your website, you say you were thinking about being an English teacher, but
Hmm.
decided that you were going to do something very, very different.
Yeah.
So I'm an English professor,
Oh,
and
wow.
and these to me speak to me so much because I live in symbol, and
Yes.
word. And so I've had so much fun using these, and they're spot on when I
Oh,
do
wow.
readings.
Oh my
But I will
gosh.
tell you, the first one I got, though, was the Synchronicity deck because I love synchronicity. I really do.
Yes. Me
So
too.
sometimes I'll mix them up. Sometimes I'll pull two from one and one from another. I'll do that.
That's fun.
Um,
Yeah.
but it is, and look behind you, all the beautiful colors and all the wonderful art. I just have so many questions. I love that you included the color meanings in the
Yes.
flower medicine deck, which is the last one that I've gotten so far. So
Yes. Yes.
and it just, and I decided to be as flowery as I could this morning. So,
I was wearing the same color as you. I just
oh,
was
really?
very hot in my studio, so I have a turquoise sweater I had on. Like, I'm gonna be too hot. That's
Oh,
funny.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, we were in
You use,
sync.
yeah, we are in sync, and you use a
Yeah.
lot of pinks, and I love pink. It's
Oh,
like
me
one
too.
of my favorites.
Me
So,
too.
and everybody, if you look behind Cathy, you can see just a little bit of the inspiration she brings to her cards, and they're just
Aw,
wonderful. Yeah, they are
thank
just wonderful.
you.
You're welcome. You're most welcome. So, yes, now we have some folks coming into the chat. So, hello, everybody. Hi, Kate and Richie. Hi, Pierrette and Emmy J, Maruta and Wiki. Oh, Emmy J says, I love Cathy's card decks.
Thank you.
Uh-huh,
I can't see
uh-huh.
the chat because I'm not good at technology,
Well,
but
no, but you've also on your phone, and it's hard to see it.
yeah.
It is when it's smaller, yeah. But everybody here is real pleased, and I know that there are some artists. I have a friend that is also has a channel here, and she is a visual artist as well. And she said, "Oh, your cards inspire her so much." So you just don't know. You
Oh,
just really
that's,
don't know when you've
yeah.
really touched other people, and
Yeah.
absolutely these are my favorite decks ever, honestly. Yeah,
Thank you
they really
so
are.
much.
Oh, you're
Aw,
welcome.
makes me feel so good.
I know, I know. So I know that you live in North Carolina,
Yes.
and I think your studio is in Asheville, which is fabulous
It's very fun.
place.
I'm in my studio right now. That's where we are. So in
Okay,
the
okay.
studio.
So
Yeah.
you just have all that around you to inspire and amaze everybody. Tell me about the flowers. Where are these flowers that are indicative to the North Carolina area, or are these just
Oh,
flowers that you've seen otherwise?
they're not indicative of the North Carolina
Okay.
area in the deck, but they
Uh,
are. I do have a lovely neighbor who grows the most gorgeous flowers, and she has been kind
okay.
enough to offer me up bouquets to as
Oh,
models, and then I give
yeah,
her
yeah.
prints of
Uh,
the pieces. Yeah, yes,
oh, that's fabulous. That is one. I
yeah.
know that you also do prints, correct?
I
You
do.
sell prints as
Yes,
well.
I
Yeah.
do.
This is
Yeah.
only a this is only a side job for you in some ways to do the card decks, but Kate
That's
would like to
funny.
know where you get the inspiration for your uh,
Oh,
for your
for my
cards.
paintings in general, and well,
Yeah, yeah,
they're mostly flowers at the moment. I'm doing
sure.
flowers and birds, and I think it's hard to say because there's so much inspiration that comes into these pieces. Some of them, and probably the biggest inspiration, is the live flowers. Like whenever I get, like when my neighbors, and it's not just that neighbor, other neighbors bring me flowers.
Oh, the neighbors too. Oh, they
So
want
when
to
I get
see
these
that. Yeah.
flowers, I just
Uh-huh.
feel like they're so gorgeous.
Yeah.
I get so excited, like a kid in the candy store, and I just have to paint them. So
Sure.
that's the biggest inspiration. And then other than that, I'm really inspired by color. Like making color harmonize is really like it's like a real passion of mine, and I feel a little bit like a scientist.
We can see. Yeah, we can see that it is.
Experimenting. So sometimes a lot of the time I'll do a painting that is really based on color, just color. And the flowers are a vehicle for that. They may not even be what the flowers' actual colors are.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
It's just whatever the color is for you for that particular day. Yeah, is what you're going to use. I think you also offer oracle card making classes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually have the box for that over there, which I'm going to hold up because it's so cute.
Okay, sure.
I'll be
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep, absolutely. Hi, Lisa. Oh, good.
Since I'm in my studio, I have to.
Yeah, you got all the stuff around.
I designed the box. So,
wow.
It's super fun. And this is where the label goes. But the thing is, when you get this box, inside it is a kit, and it's a Create Your Own Oracle Deck kit. And I love that class. That was such a joy for me to create and to teach. And in fact, that class is the class that I created my own synchronicity deck while I was filming. So they kind of dovetailed. And it's kind of a cool story because when I knew I wanted to teach the class, but I was nervous painting in front of the camera. Like whenever the camera would go on, I'd be like frozen.
Too much pressure.
I know pressure. It was like so much pressure to get it right. I thought, oh wow, this just has to look good. And so I just couldn't paint on the camera. So I said to myself, I'm going to invite the universe to co-create with me. And we're going to create this synchronicity. I didn't have it. It wasn't called synchronicity yet. We're going to create this deck together. And I started off by saying, okay, so I would put out the archetype, the name of the archetype I was going to paint. And then I would say, okay, so what color should I use? And I would randomly pick the colors from a basket, and I would just go with it. And I kept doing that and kept going with it in all kinds of ways. And then, because it was fun and like a surprise and a game to me, that I was able to paint without being nervous. So it was kind of a nice way to create. Yeah. I used a game spinner. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. So Kate wants to know, is the class online and will you do another one?
Yes, it is online. And so that one you can take anytime. So it's instant access. Since I started it, though, I have updated it and kept it current. So I also have now within that class, I have a whole series of lectures on the tarot archetypes that include artwork from the Rider-Waite deck and also our students throughout the years. So it's really cool that's an extra thing that's in that class. Okay. And I love doing that because I did lectures for 2 years on these different archetypes. So I put them all together in the class.
I have to tell you that I just finished a series on the Jungian archetypes of the Turo. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I did it. I did it here on YouTube. Yeah, I did it on YouTube. And so you and I have that in common. But you wanted to be an English teacher. I'm thinking this all along.
And I was an English professor very briefly.
Very briefly. Okay. Well, I've been doing it for about 25 years, and I just want to do this instead, or that, or
right.
Something. I want to play. I really do. I want to play. Yep. Yes. So Hypnicity wonders what paint medium that you use, I guess, for most of your painting.
Well, first of all, Hypnicity, I love your handle. That is so cute. I love it. But the paint that I use is acrylics and mixed media. And I also use like paint pens and gelatos, which are kind of like artist lipstick.
Yeah, I love gelatos. Yeah. Yes.
Things like that. Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
acrylic is the base.
Acrylic is the big one. Okay. So welcome to everybody that has just gotten here, and thank you for coming today. This is Cathy Nichols, and Cathy Nichols she's an artist and she does paintings and so on, but she also is the person who developed the story cards that I use and the synchronicity cards that I love. And also, more recently, I got this one, which is the flower meditation deck. So her work is on Etsy, but she also has her own website, and the information is in the channel information, so that you can go there. You can check out about her class, or so the class is something you can just do asynchronously. In other words, you do it at your own pace. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. At your own pace. And there is a community though that is live. So I go in there and you want to share your work, I'll comment and give feedback and talk to you too. So that part is
that
live.
part is live. Okay. So Hypnosis says she plays with acrylics and watercolors. So that's wonderful. Fun. So two artists talking. That's one. That's great.
Yeah.
So gosh, I have so many questions to ask. Do you said to me before that we started that you were going to be hopefully doing your own tarot deck?
Yes, right? This is the first you're hearing of it. I want to do this
wait a
so
while
badly.
For it. We know you're going to make it. Yeah.
This is a dream of mine to do it. I will do it. I just don't know how long it will take me, but I want to do that so much. Yeah. It's just,
that's wonderful.
I know it will happen.
Yes. I don't see that it wouldn't. Yeah, because you're just so involved with whatever it is that you are doing. Ivana said she's another creative writer, something about majoring in English and then still wanting to do this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see that. So do you read cards? Are you a card reader?
I do. I read the cards, and that's how I got into painting decks.
Okay.
And it's so funny though. I know you didn't ask this question, but I just wanted to share with you too that
share anything. Yes.
I started reading the cards when I was in graduate school for English. I was writing my thesis and it was just like torture to get it done. It was so hard for me. So I was like, another bunch of words on the page. I just left for the afternoon and I wandered into this magic bookstore. It was a while ago. And I saw these tarot decks and I was like, oh gosh, these are so pretty. I need one of these. And then I got the Guild Tarot. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I got that and I started to read the cards while I was writing my master's thesis as a way to involve myself with color and story and archetypes rather than the kind of like dry thesis I was doing. That was how I got into it, was from trying to escape my graduate thesis, but I did finish it, but yeah.
So I had, I have actually two masters, one in humanities and one in English lit, but because I just couldn't stop going to school. But anyway, one of my papers that I did was on 3 cards from the Rider-Waite deck. And that was like, I went way into it, involved, the meanings of it and everything. And I really don't like to read tarot. I don't feel comfortable reading tarot. It's not my thing. I love that people can read it. And I love tarot decks. I have a whole bunch.
A lot. Yeah.
But the oracles really speak to me. And the colors that jump right off the cards that you have are just amazing. Plus the words that go with them. There's one of them that really I love is there's 2 buildings and there's somebody holding onto a balloon. Yes.
Oh, the balloons.
Oh, the balloon.
Oh, yes. That's Rise, I think.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yes.
And I thought, and that's beautiful for what's currently going on with our 5D ascension is to, rise up and get our vibrations up. And it's just everybody. And of course, everybody can read differently, whatever it is that they get out of the card, which that's another thing I really love about it. But your cards they just speak to me. They tell me stories. And I love that was one of them. What is it? I think it's in your deck. Is it the Queen of outside land or something like that? Or
Oh, I know. I have a picture of her right
I know.
there. She's a princess of the borderland. I'm gonna
Thank
get
you.
her so that people
Okay,
know.
get her. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love that card. Princess of the Borderlands. Yeah.
It's so funny you said that because I have her hanging, this print hanging up. See?
Oh my God, look at that. That's
It's probably crooked because I can't.
beautiful. Beautiful. Just
I'll put her
lovely.
back.
Yep.
Yes, I just put this up.
Well, something about it that just must have been meant to be that I bring her
Yes.
up. Yeah, I love her.
Yes.
I love her. Um, so Kate wanted to know, do you sell any originals? You do.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do. Yes,
All right.
absolutely. I sell them all the time. I sell a lot of originals. I
Okay.
really do. I'm always
Okay.
painting. I love
You're always
painting.
so it's almost an imposition to do anything but paint. If
Well,
yeah,
I do have to feed the children.
I
So
understand.
I do other things too. Like I teach
Uh-huh.
online.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh,
I see Ivana. Thank you. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, it's so sweet.
Uh-huh.
And oh, I want to mention it. The original paintings are for sale on my website only, not on Etsy. So it's
Okay.
CathyNichols.com. So
But
people
it's
want
Cathy
to check
Nichols.
those
And I
out.
spelled your name wrong, and I apologize for that. I put an IE. I don't know why. But anyway, it's a Y, and it's CathyNichols.com. You can go there and see it. You can see what she offers for her classes. Yeah, I've been there. Very easy to move around in that
Thank
area.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
So you
you.
still do readings? Do you do any
I
readings?
do them for friends and family.
Okay.
I love to do them because I feel like they're a great way for people to talk,
Yes.
about their problems and their concerns. And so often we're isolated, and we
Yes,
don't
we
really
are.
have anybody to talk to. So
Yeah.
I like to bring them to family gatherings so that people
Uh-huh.
don't just sit there and drink wine. It's something else to do to connect. It's nice. It's very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my family's like that. We tend to play get board games sometimes because we like doing
Yeah.
that, Scrabble and things like that. But
Me too.
yeah,
Me
I could
too.
see that would be a lot of fun to do for family,
Yeah.
especially since your cards have an element of lightness to them. They're not as dark as some of the tarot decks other oracle or tarot decks that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Wow.
doesn't feel too scary for people at the Christmas party or Hanukkah party or whatever. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. So you got your degree in English, and then you started to teach, and it just wasn't your thing, and
Well,
so you started doing.
oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
like teaching. I really did. I
Okay.
did, but I
Yeah.
felt like I couldn't be free enough to do what I wanted to do. And
Understand.
so I was frustrated, and
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? I'm going to go with the art.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
You
very
made
brave move
you
at
made
the
the right
time.
choice. Yeah, you made the right choice.
I feel so
Because
happy that I did. But I really love English literature and the stories, and I feel like these cards have enabled me to stay connected to my love of story and literature. And
sure.
the
Yeah.
paintings, especially in the story cards, which I can see as an English teacher and a professor, that
Uh-huh.
you would really resonate with, because I created those when I was closer to being in the world of English lit and of
Yeah.
reading all this literature and
Uh-huh.
story. And those are my earlier paintings. So there's a lot of story within them.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the colors here's growth. And I mean, you almost didn't have to say the word, but I love that you did. You know what I mean? Because you can just see these beautiful, that or blossom, one or the other, which is growth.
Yeah.
I love this one because I have an RV.
Oh, wow. Travel. Yeah.
I love traveling. Yeah. Yeah. And I get this a lot for people. And
I love
they're
that.
surprised that they are possible visionaries. They're just, yeah. 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 So
that's cool.
I know. Have you always lived in the Asheville area?
No, actually,
No. Okay.
I am originally from New York,
Okay.
and I grew up on Long Island. And
you don't have the Long Island accent.
I don't have the Long Island accent because my dad lived in upstate New York, and everyone would tease me about my Long Island accent, so I got rid of it. Yeah, so I didn't get teased. And then I went to school in Michigan and Colorado, and I lived in LA for 9 years, and then
Good for
I
you.
moved to New York, and now I live in Asheville, and I've lived here for not most of the time. I would say it's been like 9 years here. I have 2 children, so I didn't want to move anymore.
Well, I don't blame you. I've done the same thing. Actually, I've lived in 11 states. I grew up in New Hampshire, so you can hear my Boston accent.
Oh,
That's what you're, if
yeah.
you, it comes back in. It's not supposed to, but it does. So yeah, I was an East Coast girl, but I've been out here in Seattle since 2007, and I'd never go back. I mean, I'd visit, but I would never
Wow,
move.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be out there. I'm going out there in July.
Really?
How funny. I've never been there.
Oh, you love it here. Oh,
I've
my.
heard.
Yeah.
I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love it.
Are you visiting friends, or what are you doing?
I'm teaching a workshop. I'm teaching a workshop with Carrie Schmidt, who's another painter. She paints flowers, and we're doing joyful blooms. We're painting together.
Okay, so is it going to be like at the East West bookshop or something like that, or
it's actually going to be at her home, which is a retreat as well, and it's in Steilacoon or something. I don't know what that's called.
Fort Steilacoon. It's not far from me. That's actually where one of the colleges where I work, but I work online. But that's near Pierce College, and that's one of the colleges. So it's going to be in July, and it's a retreat, and it's going to be about flowers. You said.
Yeah, we'll be painting flowers. Yes. And we're excited. I've never been there, so I'm super excited.
Wait till you see Mount Rainier. You'll have to just, oh my God. If it comes out, it's so funny because it's huge. It's, 14,000 feet tall. And the clouds sometimes cover it. And it's like it's not there. And then the next day the clouds move and there's this mountain there. It's amazing. It's like it just grew up overnight,
That's
crazy. So this is going to be on you've got the information on your
it will be announced website. On Sunday. So
okay. Everybody's got a new one. Well, yes, we have people that are here in the chat. I will tell you that this community is mostly people over 50, I guess, is how I want to say it. Mostly us women, retired. There are some wonderful men that come in. But I have 5 or 6 people that said that they live that live in this area. So you never know. We may come down.
Maybe we can do something.
That would be wonderful.
I'll be there for a while. I'm going to do a little sightseeing too. So I'll let you know when I'm there.
Thank you, Cathy. I think we would love that. Yes, Mary, she did say she lives in Asheville, but she's coming out here in July for a seminar that she's going to be doing. Painting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow. It's amazing. The synchronicities are wonderful.
They are. I'm excited. I mean, I am excited to check out the area, and it looks so pretty in the pictures. So.
Very nice. I came out here sight unseen and decided that I just wanted to live here. I packed my stuff and came out here, and I go back to visit, but where my family used to be. They're all past now, but I live out here in sort of the magical woods, I call it, and deer will walk by my window and things like that.
I want to live there.
Oh, you would.
That sounds nice. I want to live in the magical woods and do my paintings with the deer.
Although Asheville is beautiful, I will say Asheville, and it's a very big metaphysical community in Asheville, isn't it? Yeah. Not that it isn't here, because it is here too, I think. But wow, okay. So does anyone else have any kind of questions for Cathy? Because she's dying to paint. And so
I'm here at the studio.
She's there at the studio. Yeah. So I told her we would only do about a half hour here. And then I'm going to stay. She's going to go paint. And I'm going to just pull some cards of her cards and do some readings. But if anybody has any other questions for her, please. Okay, MEJ, I'll put it up here and I will answer your question when when Cathy is ready to go paint. But if anybody has a question for her, she's not going to be doing readings today. I didn't ask her to do that, but she wants to dabble. She's a dabbler. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if there's anything else that I want to ask you before you go. My God, you've just made my day that you're coming in July. No, that's wonderful. I mean, and you've never been here. Are you bringing your kids? Are they coming with you?
No, they're
No?
not coming. They're going to be
Okay.
in France visiting their dad. They're French, so
Okay. How
yeah.
old are they? Are they like,
Teenagers.
oh, they're teenagers. Okay.
Yeah,
You don't look like
teenagers.
you're a mom to teenagers. You look more like 7 to 10 years old or something.
Bless you.
You know, kids.
Let me put the camera further back. There we go. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, Cathy, you're just an amazing artist and a beautiful person, and I thank you so much. It's hard when you reach out. I reached out to her over Etsy to ask her if she'd do this a couple of months ago, but it was before Christmas, and I knew Christmas was going to be crazy.
Yes,
But
yes.
there are some people, you reach out to them, and then they say okay, and then you reach out again, and they're not interested. So I'm so thankful that you came. You have beautiful art, and you've got a lot of people that really admire you. So
Thank you, Ailey. Aw,
yeah,
thank
you're
you
welcome.
so much. This
You're
was
welcome.
a real treat. I love talking with you, and I'm so glad you're loving the decks. And I appreciate everyone who is asking questions. And I'll be in touch, so you can always find me online too.
I will let them know when you're going to be coming if they're interested.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, you
All
have
right.
a wonderful rest
You
of your
too,
day.
honey.
I'm going to figure out
You
how to
too.
leave this. Let's see.
Yeah, it just says leave studio, and that should take
Okay.
you right out. Okay.
All right. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Isn't she delightful? Oh my goodness. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. When I started using her decks, I don't know. I just really felt like they were very, very much spoke to me. And now I'm excited she's coming to Seattle. So some of you will have to. Yes, Kate, maybe you should. I have plenty of room here. I have blow up beds and I have a spare room if anybody wants to come, so you don't have to pay for, Hi, Kiba. Hi, Kiba. You don't have to pay for staying at a hotel or whatever, but I do reckon it will probably be fairly expensive, I would think, because art is expensive. Okay, Maruta. I got it. Uh-huh. And I'm going to ask you if from what deck you might like to have the reading. And some of you have already seen my readings from some of the decks. Oh, yes, Kate, we could do that. You could start saving all your pennies. All right, Kiba. So I got 3 decks. I have the Synchronicity deck. This is the first deck that I started using when I was writing, because I love synchronicity. Apparently, Cathy does too, because she says that the archetypes really speak to her. And, I talked about the archetypes in my different shows on the Turo cards. The next one I got was the story cards, which I really, really love. But as an English teacher, that's why I love them, I guess. And I love to read. The last deck that I have, and I have not given anybody a card from yet, is the Flower Medicine Oracle deck. And I'm not making any money on these guys. I just wanted to bring this to you. I just am a middleman here, and so. But you can pick whichever one. Okay, Jelly Bean, I got it. Hi, Linda Kelser. Hello. Hi, Bernie girl. Do I see things getting better for you in the next month? Are you feeling it already, Bernie girl? Because I think things are getting better for all of us. Okay, Maruta. Yeah. Oh, your late Aunt Patty was an English teacher. I certainly can pull some cards for that question, though. Yes, Linda. Okay. All right. And a flower. Oh, you guys want the flower medicine ones. Okay. Pull the card from the flower deck. Thank you, ladies. All right. Lisa, I got you. I want to make sure. I'm going to read off who I've got so that you know that I've got you. Let's see. All right. Yep. I would love to go to her art seminar, painting. But I might be like the rest of you. Don't feel particularly arty. I use a lot of collage and mixed media when I make stuff in my journals. I make stick figures. I don't know if it, maybe I can learn, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. All right. Hypnicity. Yeah, they are all really beautiful. Yeah, Bernie girl, I love that. Where did you get your name? Did you like Bernie Sanders? Is that who it is? Being pulled in so many. Oh, okay, Bernie. Okay. All right, so this is who I've got so far. I think this is enough because I got 12, so that should be. I have MEJ, I have Maruta, I have Kiba, Jelly Bean. Hold on. Linda, Lisa, Hypnicity. Oh, and another Lisa M. Yep. Okay. All right. If I have time, I can do a couple more. But it's the nickname from the military. Cash Peters. Oh, Mary, you've been dealing with your Saturn return. Oh, Mary, I'm sorry to hear that. And boy, do I understand that. It was so many years for me, actually. Doesn't it start at like 57 and go to 59 or almost 60 or something like that? And Cash Peters does stick figures. Thanks, Lisa. I forgot about that. Nope, I agree. When creating art, it's important not to compare. But anyway, Mary, I remember so well. And my poor daughter, she's not going through a Saturn return, but she's 45 and she's going through menopause. So we ladies, we get not only Saturn returns and menopause, but we just get a little crazy. Okay. MEJ, message from your spirit team. I'm going to pull from Synchronicity deck then. All right. I hope everybody's got a good weekend being planned. I read my horoscope. Go read your horoscope. It's not HORROR. It's not a horror this month. It's actually supposed to be a good month. And I don't know if you guys at all watched the Alex Murda trial. Wow. I was shocked they came back in 2 hours. He guilty of killing his wife and son. And I thought it would be a hung jury, but nope. They came back yesterday and they gave him 2 life sentences. So anyway, I'm sure you've seen that he's had they've had a series about the family and everything on like HBO and maybe Netflix. I'm not sure. Okay. So MEJ, I'm seeing you here with a reflection. You're sitting in reflection, thinking about what it is you want to do, but you look really comfortable there. And it looks like the sun is above your head, but look at on the other side, you can see a few, I don't know if it's snowflakes. We've sure seen a lot of snow across the United States, so it's very possible. But you've got reflection here, and you've got trust. Trust in what it is that you are getting as a message. That's what your guides want you to know. Trust it like the bird trusts that there will always be something for them to eat. I'm sure you also have probably heard, it's biblical, but the lilies of the field, they neither spin nor toil, and they always have enough sustenance. That's what trust is. It looks like, I don't know, you could have some kind of shamanic ceremony going on with yourself. I really do see this period of time heading toward the spring equinox as being a very powerful time for us. And actually, I have Valerie from Illumination Portal coming on the 25th to talk about a lot of the changes that are going to be happening, but they're already starting to happen. So everybody just needs to hold tight, go the distance, and know that you're divinely loved. Absolutely. All right. Mary, you quit your job and went into hibernation. Okay. Well, you needed to do that, sweetie. You just needed to do that, Mary. Yep. I get it. Oh, yes, Hypnicity. How can someone take a life, but more accurately, your son and his mother? And the judge pretty much said it wasn't you. It was the person that was so much on drugs that was out of control. And that person did this. So what website gives an accurate horoscope? I'll type it here for me, not everybody, but I like Susan Miller, Astrology Zone. She does a monthly. She tells you to read your sign, and if you know your rising sign, to read that as well. I don't resonate every month with what she says necessarily because it is generic. She doesn't know everything about who I am, but the way she explains how the planets work and what houses they're in and so forth for each sign, I find her to be very easy to access and understand. So there you go, Kristen. All right. How do you know when you're everybody's Saturn return? The first Saturn return we have is at 29. And the second one is at 58. And it's every 29 years. And so the next one will be like when you're 84, something like that. It brings you back to where Saturn was when you were born. And if you haven't learned the lessons you were supposed to learn, and when you were 29, you're going to get them back at 58. And, they'll stare you right down in the face. They're not easy. Saturn is the taskmaster, and it wants us to uncover what we need to uncover in order for us to grow and to move on. And, it doesn't have to be necessarily painful, but I've noticed that it tends to be. And I think part of it is it's right before we turn 60, and it's like a milestone for us. And we're like, oh my God, I will tell you, life goes on after 60, because I got another 2 years and I'll be 70. And then I'll go through that, oh my God, again. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'm hoping I don't miss. Oh, hi, Teresa. All right. Oh, good, Mary. I'm glad to hear that. Maruta, you like to read sun, moon. Yeah, sun, moon, and rising is a good thing to read. That's fabulous. Yep. Okay. So here we go. We had MEJ. We got Maruta. And did I see Maruta? It doesn't matter what deck, or it doesn't matter to you. Or do you want the flower one? I can't remember now. I can pull. How about I pull one from each? I can do that. I like doing that, actually. Ooh. All right. So the first card I pulled for you, Maruta, is from the flower deck, and it says Passion Flower, Sacrifice. Passion flower you can get the most beautiful passion flower tea if you like teas. And oh my God, it's so good. It really is. It isn't something, there's passion flower and passion something else, but the passion flower is good if you like tea. So it says that there's some sacrifices being made, but you know what? We make a sacrifice because we need to allow for something else to come in. And I see that in the next card, which is home. So maybe there's some kind of sacrifice that needs to be made at home. That's what comes next. But look, there's a door there, and the door says that there's a lot of hearts in the home. So there's some beauty there. It's a home full of love. It's a home that you can, really feel comforted by. And now it goes right along with it is love. There's a lot of love for you. I love this because their hair is made of stars, and it says shooting stars at the top. It's almost as though they exist in both worlds, the world of the stars and the world of the earth, but love is grounding. There you go, sweetie. All right, Kiba. I'll remember that. Thank you. All right. So nice that you're spending part of your day with me. Thank you so much. All right, we have Kiba, and you want the flower deck. I think you just told me. Yep. Okay, flower deck. see what we got. Mm. Okay, the first one we get is Buttercup. And when you're a little kid and you see the little yellow buttercups, and they're not the ones, we pick up the dandelions and smell them and then we get yellow nose, but buttercups don't do that. But they're just this little tiny flowers and they're just adorable. And the message from them is be as a child. Be as a child in how you look at life. Exercise your inner child. I bought a bicycle and a helmet and I was out riding down the street. Or some people go bowling. I know that sounds or maybe lawn bowling once the weather gets better, or playing games. We all have to remain childlike because the wonder of it goes away and we need that back. We need that back to nurture us. The next one is echinacea, and I'm sure you've heard of echinacea, maybe not. It is an herb and it's for immune support. Echinacea is something that I have taken when I don't feel well for my immune system. You can get them at the nature's, the herb store. But look how pretty they are. They're just gorgeous. So, take care of yourself. It's reminding you. You don't want to get sick. You want to stay well. The next one is the tiger lily. I love tiger lily. If you ever have heard of the story, what is it? Peter Pan. There was a character named Tiger Lily, and Tiger Lily is wealth. So it could be monetary wealth. It could be wealth of health. It could be wealth of being in childlike wonder. Whatever it is, be sure you know that you are being loved and sent some beautiful messages from the flowers. Thank you. All right. Check. Thank you very much, Giba. I appreciate you too. Okay, hypnicity. That might explain some of the things you've been going through. But we had the COVID lockdown as well. That closed down a lot of us. It really did. Actually, it was the best thing for me. I certainly COVID wasn't the best thing for anybody, but for me, it just brought me to stay home and nurture myself and take care of myself. Oh, Mary, you grow echinacea. How wonderful. You can also have it in a tea, I believe. I think so. You can, you have to put it in one of those little containers in order to drink it. But hi, Barb's Wheel of Fortune. How are you, dear? And Jelly Bean, it's good to see you. Anybody that I've missed, it's not on purpose. Lots of love to you for being here today. All righty then. So we got Jelly Bean next. And Jelly Bean said, pull a card that speaks to whatever speaks to you. All right. So I'm going to pull my favorites. They're the story cards. I like them the most. But actually, I like all of them. So I just was thrilled that she agreed to come on and talk to me. I don't think people really realize the impact they have on others. And so, yeah. All right. The first card I get, Jelly Bean, is you are the queen, madam. So stand tall with your crown on. Your heart is right there. Everybody can see it. Everybody knows it. And the beauty that surrounds you, you just, even the hair flowing. I don't know if you have long hair. It doesn't matter. It's you've got that queenly look with the crown. I pulled the card that I had pulled earlier today, which is growth. You are growing immeasurably. Look at the beautiful flowers. So growth comes and in spades. I mean, there's not one flower here. There are many flowers here of different colors and different textures, I'm sure, and different design. Finally, I don't know. You might be waiting for something. I don't know if you're waiting for something, but yep, there you are sitting there just kind of waiting. Maybe you're waiting for winter to be over. Maybe you're waiting for something to start or something to come to you. It's hard to be in that position to have to wait. But remember, I think that's why they told you you're the queen. and that you also are going through so much growth that sometimes you just need to sit back and enjoy the journey and not spend time rushing around or worrying about things. Yeah. Anyway, Jellybean, thank you, dear. I love your doggies picture. I'm such a big doggy freak, honestly. All right. What do we got? Any questions here? Some people come in. Nancy Freeman. There was a Seminole chief called Tiger Lily. That's cool. Hi, Diana. Wait till you hear the beginning of this with Cathy was here. And she's coming to Seattle. So, yes. And doing a workshop. Yeah, they are whimsical. Yeah. Thank you very much. Waiting for spring and all the beautiful flowers. Oh, that's good, Jelly Bean. That's so good. Actually, Diana, it's wonderful you're here because everybody's been in every chat that I've been in, all wanting to know about this month and what's going to happen this month and so on. And some of us having Saturn returns. And so we were just talking about that. Okay. Do you see things? Here's one for you. If you can tap in, I don't, we don't know her astrological sign. I know in general, this is supposed to be the best month of the year. But Diana, I may be speaking out of one side of my mouth. I shouldn't be. I don't know. So if you know, if you can give us a general, and I really do think it has to do with planets changing and freeing us up from things. But she's the astrologer. All right, I'm pulling synchronicity cards for you, Bernie girl, and see what they have to say. Ooh, these are gorgeous. All right. They are saying to use your imagination. Look at this. She's reading a book, and it says imagine on the book. And whenever we're reading a book, it is that we're making the scenery of what we're reading. We're figuring out what the person looks like, what situation they're in, and so on. And so here it is, imagination. The next one is you have the wisdom. You know what it is you need to do, whatever that is. The owl is right there telling you, and he gives a hoot about you. So don't forget, the wisdom is accessible to you. And the owl is a night, we say a night owl, but owls are out at night. I will sometimes go out to let my dogs out and I can hear one hooting close by. And they have the longest legs, honestly. I think it's going to be a good month. Look, things are going to bloom for you. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind that we bring to us what we think. We don't want to put in negativity. We want to put in positivity. We want to think everything is going to go along fine for us. We don't want to manifest anything that we don't want. So try to keep the thoughts. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are energy. So keep your thoughts and your energy in place, and you'll be ready to bloom. You will bloom away. All right. Okay. Waiting for, all right. Watching the buds on your tulip tree. Oh, how beautiful. Tulips are lovely flowers. All right, so we have Linda Kelser, and you wanted a flower medicine card. All right. Ooh, I've not used these, so these are like a gift to use today. The first one I get is a wildflower, and my dog's snoring, I'm sorry. A wildflower, which is freedom. This freedom, something is being freed up. Look at the bottom of it. And wildflowers, as you know, they're beautiful when they're in this great big field. And they just, you didn't have to plant anything. There it is. It's coming. The next one, beautiful purples. Beautiful purples. These are, I thought they were pansies, but it says they're INEMINE. I-mine? I don't know. But the message is self-reliance. Remember that we are the ones that can make the changes. We are the ones that must rely on ourselves. There's really nobody else but ourselves. I know we have people that love us, but when it comes right down to it, we have to rely on ourselves. And sometimes we have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. And it's not pretty sometimes. So, but you have that capacity. The last one I got is foxglove. And I love foxglove. The other word for it, I believe, is digitalis, and they use this for heart patients. And it grows wild on the side of the road. I'm sure you've seen it. It looks like bells in purple. When I used to go for walks, I would see just scads of these all around, and I used to think how wonderful. It's shape shifting. So between the time that you have the freedom and the self-reliance to do shape shifting, which means you have the possibility of changing whatever it is that's been either blocking you or not working in your favor, and making a conscious choice to change it. Most of the time we tend to go back to the same old things, and when we do, we find the same results. It's really hard to take a step off, sort of like a cliff, in order to do that. But just remember that, a lot of things in life are illusions, and it is our thoughts about them that we suffer from. Very important to remember. Thanks, Linda. All right. Oil painter, play. Yes. Yes, foxglove is very nice. Oh, Janet, that's nice. Thank you, dear. I really understand that they are messages for the collective in many cases. So thank you, Janet. Clarity, mirth, and purple. Just lovely. Thank you so much. And Bernie girl, you're welcome. All right. So we've got Lisa pulling from the flower deck for you. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm going to take a sip of water here. For those of you who just got here, if that's the case, we had Cathy come on earlier, and she talked a lot about her art and her inspiration and so forth. So you could go back if you're interested. She has her own website at cathynichols.com. I spelled it incorrectly at the top. It's Cathy Nichols. And for those of you who live out here in the West, she's coming in July for an art seminar, and she's going to do some sightseeing and so forth. So I'm going to, if I can't afford to go to the seminar, I'd like to still see her and maybe just enjoy her ambiance, because she's brilliant. All right, Lisa, I'm pulling your cards for you. The first one I got reminds me of my mother. She loved crocuses. Yeah, look at how beautiful Cathy does. Oh my God. Nourishment. Crocuses are nourishment. Nourish yourself. Nourish yourself with self-care. Have that chocolate brownie with ice cream on it once in a while. If you're tempted, whatever you're tempted to have, or go to go to a free exhibit somewhere, go down to the library. Don't utilize what you can. There's a lot of things that are out there in the community that are free. You just got to find them, and nourishment's important for you. The next one I get is, it's a zinnia. I love this, and guess what it means? Cinderella. So Cinderella transformed herself from a girl that was treated poorly and made to do all the work, and lived in a place where she had to keep it clean all the time. And she met her destiny. I'm not going to say you need a man, you need a Prince Charming. All I'm saying is she ended up going to the ball, and I think you can too. Finally, I got the tulip. Here's the tulip. Tulips. We have a beautiful tulip festival out here in Washington State, up near where my husband has his office. I've been several years. Every color you could conceivably think of. It's just lovely. Anyway, the tulip means fame. How nice. Maybe it's time for you to open a channel. I don't know. You know, being here is a little bit, I don't say that I'm famous, but, you know, people can see you and get to know who you are. So, crocuses are for spring. Ooh, all right. All right. The next one I have is from Hypnicity. And the flower deck again. Okay, good. I'm loving these flowers. They're just beautiful. And we're also anxious, I think, for spring to come, flowers to grow. At least I know I am. My girlfriend lives in New Hampshire, where I'm going back at the end of the month to my brother's memorial service. And I'm going to stay with her. And I'm glad I didn't have to go today because they're getting, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet of snow. And well, I moved here. I can deal with rain, but the snow really bothers me at this point. All right, Hypnicity. Let's see what you got. Ooh, lots of pink. Lots of pink. Cathy also has this in the flower deck where it has the colors that she uses and what those colors mean. And for instance, the pink that she has is friendship, compassion, and healing. You have one here that sort of has a greenish tint to it that I'm going to show you. And it's a growth and health and balance. So I really like that she put that up and put that in with the cards. First one is a King Protea. It means courage and transformation. And you are kind of needing the courage that you are on the right path. And I really believe that you are. And that courage will bring you closer to the transformation that you're ready to make. Chamomile. Oh, another one you can make tea out of. It calms us down. You know what else it does? It settles our stomach. So it calms that third chakra. And look, she's got the beautiful yellow there. So I absolutely think that's, and it means happiness, positivity. Very beautiful card. And finally, I get, oh boy, I think it's Cosmos, which is order. Things are in divine order. Things are working the way they're supposed to work. We've all met up here. That all worked in divine order. The next step will be in divine order. And the next step will be in divine order. Trust the order. Trust the journey. It's very, very important. So there you go. Thank you, dear. All right. Mary, when your friend had a baby at home way back in the 80s, around Christmas Eve, the father went outside and a rose was on bloom in Connecticut. Whoops, I'm sorry. This just jumped down. So he named his daughter Carrie Rose. How beautiful. That was a message from the universe. When my mother passed, she was buried in the regular way. And my father passed and he was cremated, but you had a little urn, so we put the urn up there with Mom. And on his day, the day that we went up to do the little service, there's a blooming rose, and it's like the 2nd or 3rd day of November. They had a hard frost. So I think love finds a way, and that's what roses are for me anyway. So that's a beautiful story. Oh, the zinnias are one of your favorites, Mary? Yeah. Crocuses can take the cold. Okay. Jellybean, your sister lives in Maine. Oh, yeah. I find snow beautiful as it comes down. Oh, it's great. I love it. But as far as shoveling it and having to pay somebody to plow and all that, I don't like that. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Now you want the brownie and the ice cream. Okay. Have a great reading with Valerie. I know you will. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Hypnicity. You said something else here. I have 2 more of you. Good, Hypnicity. Greg, I want to make sure I see you. Hi. How are you? I know you're home and you rested up. Magic is everywhere. It is. We have to just be ready to see it. That's all. Very good, Mary. Oh, Diana, I'm sorry. I hope you got all your provisions. What do they say when you go to the store and you have to get all your stuff? Back in the day, back in the like in the end of the 19th century or something. I gotta go get my provisions or something like that. So, yeah. Advice from Spirit regarding your job. Okay. I'm going to use the story cards for you, Lisa M. Let's see what they have to say. I might use these other cards too, because those are the ones I use for work and love and travel and all that. All right. Story deck may do it. All right. The first thing I see is that you love your home. I don't know if you want to work from home or not, but I'm getting the home and you'd like to spend more time there. I don't know if that's true, but I never was a home person. My mother was a Taurus and she never understood why I was like a rolling stone and I never wanted to be home. Now I don't want to go anywhere. So, but it's because I feel at home finally where I am. So that's the first card. The second one is it's telling you need more balance. So maybe the job is too taxing for you. Maybe it's not the right fit for you, or you haven't found it yet, but you need to balance between the work life and your spiritual life, or your life with whatever else it is you're interested in doing, cooking, reading, whatever it is, or knitting, take time for the balance, enjoy the balance. Because that does bring you growth. And I got the beautiful growth card again. See yourself as growing and blossoming in what you do. And finally, the last card it says is make sure that you have the confidence it takes. And look, she's holding her hand with it looks like a yellow flower, and her other hand's by her side. She looks like she's picked the flower, but she's confidently waiting. She's confidently waiting for things to change or to say something that needs to be said. And so you gather up your confidence, and hopefully you'll be able to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with regard to that. Okay? Good luck, Lisa. Good luck, Lisa. All right. Let's see. Oh, making lunch. What are we having? Okay. Hi, Tracy. Emergency kit. Yes. Vittles. That's it. Gotta go get my vittles. Oh, that's funny. Oh, God. Thank you. I hate it when I don't remember a word. 6 to 10 inches in Michigan. Oh, no, thank you. Yes, that's where she is. Diana's in Michigan. Yeah. Wow. That confidence card is a good card. It is a good card. Yeah. All right. I'm going to see what I can find out, Mary Thornberry, about your Saturn return and moving forward out of that Saturn return. I don't know if you wanted to ask that or not, but I'm going to do it. So, if that's okay. All right. Ooh. Oh, I love this. God, these things are always spot on. Tell you what. I'm going to take this down. All right, Mary, you've been very brave. You've been very brave. And like you said, you quit your job and you stayed at home. That takes a lot of bravery to do something like that. But you stood up to it. Look, you have more arrows in your quiver. And you just said, damn it, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this until this comes. Change. And, sometimes you're just going to roll with it. You're just going to say, okay, this is what I got to do. This is like the period of time I got to do it. And here come the butterflies. They've all gestated from these little, what is it? Critters, caterpillars that they used to be. I'm seeing summer for you. Summer's going to be better. Look at this. Look at the bird. The bird thinks that the flower is growing on a tree, but it's growing, coming out of from around your crown chakra. And the bird is saying, oh boy. And it looks almost like a hummingbird. I have to tell you, we have hummingbirds here. And one day I was in my hot tub, and it was in the summer, and a hummingbird came over and just floated over the hot tub for a few minutes. And I had another one come in my garage. And I take that as my family coming to see me, from the other side. So there's your hummingbird. You, my dear, are the empress of your own kingdom. You are the lady that shines in your home, in your community. You have taken whatever it is that you've had to deal with, and you've become stronger, and you have become more resolved in whatever it is that you're doing. So, wow. Very powerful, Mary. Very powerful. Yeah, looks like coming up is going to be really good for you. Really good. Oh, you live on a farm. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool, Mary. Oh, my goodness. Isn't it beautiful to be able to go out there and just, oh, God, that's gorgeous. You need help. Craig, you're cooking a smoked turkey leg. Oh, my God. Please get some gravy with some mashed potatoes. Okay, Lisa, you're looking for a remote job, but hoping it will be a great fit. You've been hibernating. That's why the home card came up, Lisa. Yeah, that's why the home card came up. I went back to school, fall term, and I had to go meet people in class, and I was not happy, and I was not comfortable there. It isn't that I'm afraid of anything. It isn't who I am anymore, I guess. It isn't. Yes, that's true, Tracy. It is perfect cards. All right. Hibernation has turned into a hobby. I understand completely. I understand. Thank you, everyone, for being here with me today to graciously greet Cathy Nichols and to see a little bit more about her cards. Again, she's on Etsy, but she also has her own website. These are the flower medicine cards that I pulled. And oracle cards tend to be bigger. So, a lot of people don't like bigger cards. I don't care. I don't really care. And these are the synchronicity cards that I think this was her first deck, and this is the one that's on the video she does. And finally, the story cards, and I couldn't find the cover for it, but they look like this. And all of them are worthy, a little expensive. I won't lie to you. But, depending on how you feel about what you see, might be a good investment to try out. All right. So, Mary, you have 22 acres. It was your father's, but you grew up there. A lot of work. Oh, my God. I bet it is. I had a friend in Maine who had a big sort of a farm. I mean, she had a lot of back in places to go. And she put a medicine wheel out there with rocks, big rocks. And, she had other things that were out there and did ceremonies and had people come to the house and do solstice and equinox stuff and drumming, all kinds of things like that. So if you've got a big enough farm with 22 acres, I would say that that's pretty big. Then you may end up, you could probably use it for something and maybe generate a bit of income anyway. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to take off. Have a wonderful day. Love you guys. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.